What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be doing a very fun video, a video I've been wanting to do for a while, but I just haven't finished all the maps until now. We are doing a Black Ops 6 Zombies map tier list, which I think this game overall was very good. I don't hate this game at all. I think it's basically took the elements from Cold War and expanded upon those elements in a very good way. And I don't know, there's a lot of good maps in this game. There's only a few bad ones, as we'll see here. So let's get to the tier list here. So we have Liberty Falls, or as everyone liked to call the map back then, Liberty Balls. Now, I got this at the bottom because I know a lot of people are going to have the tomb at the bottom, which I totally understand. We'll get to that later. But I have Liberty Falls down at number 5 here because to me it's just a bland map. It's very simple, which is not a bad thing. It's good for camo grinding and just hopping on, and having a nice casual zombies map, which there's always value in that. I appreciate that. The map layout is straightforward, and of course, it's a smaller map, and you can basically access everything quickly, which is also a good thing. The biggest positive for me, honestly, is the jet gun. The jet gun is totally reworked, and it's done very well. It's like one of the best wonder weapons in the game, which is surprising considering it's a Black Ops 2 counterpart. And it also has more than one ability. It doesn't have just the suction ability. It can also explode, so a big area of effectability. I love that. So it's a lot of fun to play, and it's easy to make. Besides just being a simple map, as a fun side Easter eggs like the bowling alley, where you can get unique rewards from Mr. Peaks, I think it is. I haven't done it in a while. And it's also just a fun side game where you can actually play bowling, and I don't know, it's cool. And also we got the Aetherella side Easter egg where you can turn into Aetherella, and of course this was a big strategy for the quote-unquote boss of this map. And speaking of the boss, the main quest is kind of whatever. I mean, and there's also there's no real boss. It's just a lockdown, and it's just very bland. And also the Easter egg is very short, which could be a good thing as well, but there's just not much to do in the Easter egg. You can finish it there's even like I think a calling card you can get, or achievement, where you can do it under 30 minutes, which I actually did as well. It's like the fastest I've ever completed an Easter egg, so that just tells you how much content is on this map. Not very much, but it's designed that way. It's not, inherently a bad map or anything. And I also want to point out that the ending cutscene is just kind of, you've heard a lot of people say this. It doesn't really go anywhere. You got Panos, which is a new character, and he's talking to like this dark entity. We don't know who it is, and it doesn't really ever get resolved. I mean, Panos dies in Reckoning, if you do the certain wonder weapon upgrade. But other than that, we don't really, we don't get much from there. So for me, Liberty Falls is not a terrible map. It's a nice casual map. It's also always nice to just have a map that is kind of, bland, like kind of just you're in the city and it's not much of a zombie apocalypse. It's just, kind of homey, I guess. So we're going to put Liberty Falls at a C. It's not terrible, but it's definitely just mediocre. Nothing special about it. Now, the next map is, it's the Tomb. Obviously, this is not going to get any higher than Liberty Falls. But the reason why I think this map is better than Liberty Falls is it all comes down to the atmosphere for me. Yes, this map is, was a clear marker for the downfall of Black Ops 6 Zombies, with the voice cast leaving, Sam being replaced with AI, which is ironic, and no intro cinematic, with the ending cinematic having no crew voice lines and setting up for another MacGuffin in the next map. I understand all that, but despite it all, I have more fun on this map than on Liberty Falls. Yes, the Easter egg is still simple, but it's more fun in my opinion. Almost like a gauntlet of mini bosses, which some people might find that annoying, but at least there's some challenge there. And the final boss, although a bit cheap, which with the the elite he spawns in, they can like two-shot you, which is bull, when you have full jug, full armor. It's ridiculous. At least it's an actual final boss. Also, the ice staff here is awesome, even though it makes no sense to be here. The starting room is cool. The pap room is beautiful. The skybox, the mushrooms. It's in the dark aether. Just looks great. And the rest of the map looks great with us, a simple design. It's kind of just a circle. So it's not like, I get why people hate this map, okay? But for me, it's always going to come down to like three things. It's going to come down to the elite enemies, right? Are they fun to go against? The elite enemies in this map are trash, okay? I will say that. The shock mimics, terrible. But they're more of a challenge than the manglers. The manglers have gotten kind of annoying. And now, of course, the shock mimics have as well, right? There's no excuse. But I'll take them slightly over the manglers just now because I'm, bored of those. And then, of course, the atmosphere for me is a big thing, too. Is the atmosphere good in this map? It is good. It's nice to be in. I like to be in this map. And, is the wonder weapon good? Yeah, the wonder weapon is great, even though it is reused. It's still fun to use, though. And to me, it's more fun than the jet gun. So, for me, the tomb is not going to get a B. It's getting a C. But it's over Liberty Falls, so there you go, tomb lovers. I'm I guess a tiny bit of a defender of the map, you could say. I guess, but it's still not. At was it number 3? No, I'm sorry. I think it's number 4 here. So the person who made this tier list, the Reckoning wasn't on here, so I got confused. But at number 4 we have Reckoning. Now, at first, I want to say that I didn't like Reckoning all that much. When it came out, I played it like 2 or 3 times, and I thought it looked bland. Didn't like the layout. Wonder Weapon sucked. But last night, well, a few nights ago now, I decided to play it again and actually do the full Easter egg for the first time. And of course, I chose to fight Richtofen, and I have to say I do indeed like this map more now. And I don't think it's bad. The Easter egg is actually kind of fun, and the Wonder Weapon isn't as bad as I remember, but still not great. The Janus Tower is basically being a giant labs for Richtofen is an awesome concept, especially with how his wife and his son is in this weird vat of liquid, like he's trying to resurrect them. The like alien gigantic plant room, which was neat, and the dark entity containment room with the Forsaken trapped inside a machine was cool to see. It's also cool how you get to fight the Forsaken again, just in an Uberklaus. So it's like a mid Easter egg boss fight, which is always welcome. It's just surprisingly a fun Easter egg, and of course we got to mention the being able to choose which boss you want to fight at the end, Sam or Richtofen. I had to fight Richtofen because I kept hearing how infamously hard he is, and yeah, they weren't lying. Haven't fought Sam, but heard she's much easier. Anyways, it's a solid map, and I'm going to have to give it a B. It's not as bad as I remembered. I'm glad I gave it another fair shake, and I actually want to play it again. So that's surprising. That surprised me. So now at number 3, we have Terminus. Now, Terminus, this was a fantastic launch map. When I first heard of it, I was hoping it'd be more like Zetsubu no Shima, but it ended up being like almost a successor to Mob of the Dead, which is my favorite zombies map of all time. So yeah, I was happy when this came out. It's a large prison on this remote island surrounded by smaller islands, and they really leaned into the adventure aspect of this map, in my opinion. Like actually being able to drive a boat around the water and jump into the different islands, which were good training spots as well. You could find chests underwater containing loot, which was cool. The unique side Easter eggs, like the basketball egg or the talisman, Easter egg where you get a permanent double points, but you lose 10% of your points of damage, which honestly to me is a fair trade-off, you know, if you're skilled enough, which I am, of course. And of course, the main Easter egg is, it's just fun and it's simple enough that it's, you know, it's easy to do again and again. Not many confusing steps. This map has also a mid-boss fight. I don't know if there's a map before this that had a mid-boss fight because I didn't really do all the Easter eggs back then. But still, it's a great concept. I like it. And the actual final boss is one of the best bosses ever, honestly, in Black Ops Zombies history. It's just so cool. Basically, it's a Cthulhu boss, and you know, we've all been waiting for a Cthulhu boss type boss for such a long time. Especially since it's, you know, I love when the zombies maps theming goes towards Lovecraft, because that's like my favorite type of horror is cosmic horror. So yeah, it's just really cool. Fun boss to fight. And also the wonder weapon in this game, in this map, the Beam Smasher, it's a solid wonder weapon and it has great utility. The secondary fire, for example, slows zombies and buffs the damage on your gun when you shoot the actual beam. Love it. This map, for me, it's great. Solid launch map. It gets an A. It's not perfect, but yeah, it's very replayable, and it's almost like a mini Mob of the Dead. It's great. All right, and at number 2, we have Citadel Deore for me. A kind of successor to one of the best maps of all time, Der Eisendrache. Citadel is the first real magical feeling map since all the way back in Black Ops 4 with, I think, Ancient Evil. And it felt amazing to return that element of zombies history. I really like it when they go all out, go crazy with dragons and just the magical sides, the bows, and now we have the swords here, which we'll get to. The setting is a medieval castle with an occult undertone once you explore the castle, and there's statues of knights holding swords, and of course, you might be thinking, wait, is the wonder weapon going to be a badass medieval sword? And yes, but not only that, it's one sword that can be upgraded into 4 different elemental swords, which is awesome, with their own unique quest. And it's just awesome to see the 4 elemental wonder weapons being done so well again, in my opinion. I know many people think they're underpowered, but they were buffed so they can kill 2 zombies at once, which to me is more than sufficient, because you also have your unique OP'd special ability that comes with it. Particularly the Void Raven sword is my favorite, just how you can rip a hole into reality and it pulls all the zombies in and it kills them and then it explodes. It's a lot of fun. My other favorite is the lightning sword. Also, the lion sword is OP as hell. Like, when you slash that thing and it's fully charged, it actually recharges your armor, which is great. But the lightning sword just totally melts amalgams once you use its special ability. It basically deletes them. It's great. Speaking of amalgams, they're actually fun in this map to fight against. Like, you can actually parry their grabs with your sword now, and it just works so well. A nice little bit of skill added into the gameplay. The Easter egg is fun, and I really like how you have these various incantations you can attain, which are so powerful and useful for high rounds, even though, yes, they are just glorified ammo mods used as a spell, you know, as tactical equipment. They're still neat and fun to use. Also, I'm not huge into the storyline stuff, but I did find it interesting that Kraft from Vanguard is Rick Tollman's father. He's, of course, Rick Tollman's my favorite character, so I'm going to be at least a little interested. I like how we get to learn a little bit about his family in that way. Also, a huge positive for this map, for me, is the boss fight. This is the first zombies boss where it felt like a Dark Souls boss. Like, you actually have to keep dodging his attacks and learning his moveset. And it felt so satisfying to master that and take him down. A very well-rounded boss. Not too hard or unfair at all. Just right. The few negatives I have are like why they didn't put a badass night zombie as the new elite enemy in this game. Like, that's a huge missed opportunity. And the doppelgasts are kind of meh to me. They're so easy to take down that I kind of forget they exist. They're also just a mini amalgam in terms of design, and their unique armor breaking ability is just kind of whatever. Like, it doesn't ever really pose a threat, really. Also, the map should have been way bigger. Like, I expected this map to be way bigger than Horizon Drag, but I guess it feels a bit smaller than Horizon Drag, which is crazy because that's already like that's a medium map, I'd say. This is a smaller map, really, and we only get access to even, like, not even half the castle, which is a shame. Despite that, this map is always fun to hop on, and I love the swords so much. I know a lot of people hate it, but I love them. I do also want to say this might be the most fun map for high rounds. There are so many different options when it comes to swords and equipment that you can change it up, and it doesn't get boring to me. This map, for me, it gets an A. I can see people putting this at S, but for me, there is only one S tier map in this game, and it was hard to pick between Citadel and Shattered Veil. Shattered Veil, genuinely, when I saw the trailers for this map, I did not believe this map would be as good as it is. But this map just delivers in terms of atmosphere. Part of the map is an old museum with a T-Rex skeleton in the central area. There's the haunted mansion aspect of it with the occult magical aspects to it, like the portals and the ghosts, for example, that you interact with throughout the main Easter egg. And then the bottom of the map, we have this huge laboratory, I guess, facility area with the Sam AI in there, which is another cool spectacle piece of the map. Also, not to mention the outside of the map with the greenhouse area, and again, the ancient stone occult circle area, which is cool. Part of upgrading one of the ray guns. There's just so much awesome design to this map here. It truly feels fleshed out and the complete package when it comes to aesthetic, in my opinion. Going over to the Easter egg, it's longer but simple enough and fun to do. Like I mentioned before, the portal steps are fun, and one of the coolest aspects of this map are the hidden areas you unlock while doing the Easter egg. There are several completely hidden rooms that are they just expand the map even further, and it gives a real sense of discovery I don't think we've seen on any other map before. The new elite enemy, the Elder Disciple, is not entirely new. He's basically from Cold War, but souped up. But he's different enough to me that he might as well be a new enemy. He'll buff the zombies and even spawn additional zombies into the map. And if you don't take him down soon enough, he'll spawn stronger and stronger zombies, which is really cool. His design is just so awesome. Like, at first he's like a hooded figure. I can't remember what they're called in Black Ops 4, but he's one of the kind of like the Templar looking guys from Black Ops 4, the mystical, I can't remember. But he looks like that first. Then as you damage him, underneath his dead flesh, it's a Lovecraftian tentacle creature, which is just so awesome. It reminds me of the Shadow Man from Black Ops 3. I'm sure they took inspiration there. It just shows that, you know, it's also a story reason. Like, it shows their ventures into forbidden knowledge corrupted them into this form. It's just great. This map also has the full return of Richthofen, which is nice. And the final boss is just impeccable. The zombie T-Rex, a Z-Rex as you will. And I know the zombies community was waiting for this for a very long time, a zombie dinosaur, and so have I. It's just cool. And it's a fun boss, and it's very hard, though, I will say. I think it might be outside the tomb boss fight, which is just cheap hard. This is actually like legitimately hard, and it's a great challenge. You have to pay attention and really come prepared, or you're going to be screwed, and to me that's a good thing. There was also the ability to ride the Z-Rex, which is just insane, and I can't remember if that was a glitch or not, but I think it was legit. Also, you got Richthofen passing you useful items like a self-revive from above as you fight it, which is a unique aspect we've never seen before. It also takes place in a unique arena. Just this map, to me, has it all. Except the one real negative, which is the reused wonder weapons from Alpha Omega. I'm actually a defender of the ray guns in this map. I think they're different enough from Alpha Omega to be unique. But then, why not just give us, you know, new wonder weapons? I know people said that about Paradox Junction too with the Blundergat, but I really just enjoy them. Also, the Wonderwaff returns, which is cool. Like, the ray guns in this map, they're different enough. They have like these smaller effects, especially with the Wraith Fire. There's like explosion of fire that comes up while you shoot, which is really good. But we got the Wonderwaff back too, which is cool. It's great to have multiple options for wonder weapons, but this one is entirely reused. The Wonderwaff. It's still very good, and it's always nice to see the Wonderwaff come back, and it actually fits this map because it's Richtofen's house, so it's not like a big complaint. Anyways, those small flaws do not weigh it down. This map deserves an S tier and is definitely one of the best modern zombies maps of all time. Just what I think. So there's our tier list. Let me know what you guys think down below. I had a lot of fun talking about these maps again. I think this game is, a lot of people hate on it. I think it's very solid. I think Black Ops 7 is even better. It's just a better version of this game. So my voice is getting out of here. I'd never talked this straight for this long. We're gonna get the we're gonna get Totenreich tomorrow, so I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to play that, and I'm gonna make content on that. So see you guys later. Good night.